and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of Bitcoin, taking a look at those micro movements, everything on the hourly chart in terms of price action. Now as I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will be able to be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, guys, check it out, linked in the description below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check it out. Let's jump right down into this video though and take a look at what's going on here with BTC. So Bitcoin paired up with USDT on the hourly chart. Binance is the data source. We're going to be taking a look at everything that's going on from an Elliott Wave theory point of view and a smart money concepts point of view. Okay, so we're going to start things off on this side. So as we can kind of see, we have these 5-wave structures, okay? And there's a lot of different ways we can kind of take a look at them and kind of, try to get our heads around kind of what is going on with regards to these. Now, there's a couple of different structures that are possible here. But the main one that I'm kind of focusing in on is the idea that we're nesting ourselves down into a big, large, impulsive structure. Okay, it's really hard to see this if you're not on this hourly chart, kind of mapping out everything that's happening. Okay, on a larger time frame, you're not going to see it anywhere near to this kind of level of detail. So what we see is we have the idea that we're looking for a 5-wave move down here. Okay, we're looking to complete this wave 3. Okay, this would actually come in down on this 1.618 line. That's 26,773. Now, when we take a look at this, we haven't yet kind of reached this level, and we have an interesting structure inside here already. So it's possible that we are some kind of wave 4, just waiting for that next move to the downside to hit that 1.618. So close eye on that. If we come up higher than this level here, 28,300, then we are going to be able to say, nope, that's not what's going on. And we can kind of say that we're probably in some kind of zigzag pattern and we're kind of done and dusted, okay? So we've got a few things to kind of consider. We kind of know what we want to see, which is the 26,773. Because that's a nice, neat way to kind of hit the 1.618 and kind of complete structures. And if we do move up slightly higher to 28,300, then we're going to have to pull into question a couple of things. One, what is exactly going on here? And it could be that it's a running flat, or it is a regular flat or something to that effect. So there's a few things that could go on there, but we would have to explain what is going on when it comes to this 5-wave structure and this 5-wave structure. Okay, so these two things being nested inside each other are quite important. And it's also important to note that we have not gone down lower than our wave 5 low over this side. Okay, so this is also an interesting piece of information that tells us that there's still we still have ourselves multiple different possibilities of outcome here. Whereas if we had crossed this line at 27,235, then we could have narrowed down the options of the different structures here to it being a little bit more accurate in terms of what our expectations should be. So with Elliott Wave theory, it is rather complicated, but through that complication gives you clarity, at least in my opinion. So we can see that we are looking to kind of move down. We are looking to come down lower than this 5th wave movement here. And at the moment, we've come down lower than this one. And that's good because we can either look at this as a zigzag pattern like this. Okay, we could do that. Alternatively, we could look at this area here as an irregular flat here. Don't like that one, it's far too extreme. Or alternatively, no, that's really kind of a couple of the options there to explain that one. There isn't many alternatives to that I can think of right now. So it'd be interesting to kind of see how it plays out. Ultimately, 26,773 will be the best way to kind of go, in my opinion. It will kind of finish off structures, and we can kind of still move on with an understanding that we do have ourselves some interesting positionings on Bitcoin within these structures. Now there's another 1.618 down here. This comes in at 26,125, and this is all a part of nesting our bigger structures. Okay, so for example, if I measure the 5-wave distance here, if I get that, move this over to our high of this 5-wave structure, or the beginning of what looks to be a 5-wave structure, you can see that this one actually comes in down here a little bit higher than this. This is 26,206. And if I take this measurement right here, and move this over to this high, you get the 26,000 down here. Yeah, you get 26,125. Okay, and so the idea here is that we have ourselves nests of structures that are occurring. Let me show you. So we have a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 4, and 5, and so forth. And then over this side, again, you'd have a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. And then zoom out slightly further, you'd have your wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and so forth. And the importance of this is something that we all know, kind of need to kind of consider, is that would be a big 5-wave structure on a macro level, but it is consisting of exactly what you'd expect to see on the internal wave counts. Okay, it's still too early to know if this is exactly what's going on. And once if this does play out and this does complete, we're then going to be looking at a pretty significant relief rally. Right back up into $28,000 or so, and then come back down again and come down even deeper after that. So there's a lot of things to kind of consider. Let me just reposition all of this, get rid of some of these wave counts and leave those ones in. So there's a few things to kind of consider, and you can see that we are zoomed right in on these earlier stages of things, and yet we've still got ourselves quite the journey to go. So we're starting out on something here, in my opinion, and we've definitely got a long way to go. So Elliott wave theory, everything's looking pretty decent. We kind of do have ourselves, right, if I zoom in here, with a bit of a bearish setup. So where are we? Parallel channel. We find ourselves with the higher highs and higher lows right inside here, overlapping structure, so basically no structure, and then we look for a move and a break to the downside. So I think this is some kind of 4th wave movement, waiting for that 5th wave to come down, targeting 26,773. Okay, Elliott wave theory also showing us rejection on that 50 EMA there. Moving over into smart money concepts. Smart money concepts shows us again a bearish state of play. We can see that we had our break of structure over here on the 8th of May, confirming that we're still bearish. Basically, we've been bearish for quite some time here on this hourly chart. We can see that we were kind of getting rejected quite heavily from the 50 EMA. We rallied up to the 50 EMA, got rejected again. We got the week low, strong high. We've got sell order blocks right now. We're right inside a sell order block, so don't expect terribly too much from there. Equilibrium sat a little higher. This is coming in currently at the 28,400 to 28,600. I imagine that we'll have a rally up there at some point. Just not yet. We'll see how it kind of goes. It's possible that we continue to nest down once we complete the 5-wave structure. So we'll have to see how that kind of goes. A couple of fair value gaps, but again, I think we'll visit those, grab those once we come up to equilibrium, which will be after we complete structure, in my opinion. So we get a pretty impulsive movement. We can kind of see we are looking for that kind of final 5th wave movement to come to the downside, hit the 1.618 on the larger scale, and all that kind of good stuff. So for the most part, kind of following along with our expectations on Elliott wave theory. Momentum is shifting around quite a bit. So if I come over to this one here, we can see if I take it to a 4-hour, the 4-hour stochastic RSI is almost up in overbought. If you use the that's not even, there is it here, OHLC4, that's what I was trying to get out. And if you take a look at it from a closed position, as in each closed candle position, it's already in the overbought area. So we know that we're going to be up in this area looking for a move to the downside. Momentum is shifting to the downside with very little buying pressure taking us any higher. So for the most part, looking pretty interesting from the stochastic RSI point of view. The RSI point of view is also a mid-range point, so nothing to majorly note there. Volumes are on the decrease as price pushes up. That helps correct stochastic RSIs and shift the momentums. So ultimately, yeah, low volume, everything else that's going on, pretty much business as usual for Bitcoin here, it looks. Be interesting to kind of see how the day goes and when the markets open across the various different parts of the world, but ultimately not expecting a green day today. Maybe we'll have a little bit of movement to the upside, but for the most part, just looking to kind of usher in that final 5th wave movement, trying to take out those lows so that we can then be a little bit more confident in the structures that are emerging here for BTC. I'm going to leave the video right there, just a brief update on Bitcoin. If you found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I really do appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one. We are not financial advisors, and none of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to lose your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.